Hello YouTube, B3 here, back with another kicking action figure review. Today's review is over the SH Figuarts Masked Rider Gills, or Kamen Rider Gills, from Kamen Rider Agito. Yeah, I'm just starting this show. Like, this figure showed up the day before I finished Kabuto, and now I'm moving on to Agito. I know I watch everything out of order, but, you know, usually that's not a problem at all. Anyways, yeah. Kamen Rider Agito Gills. I bought this guy for 25 bucks off of Amazon, free 2-day shipping. That's a pretty good deal, I think. So, yeah, here's the packaging. You see Gills in there. Picture of him right there. Masked Rider Gills on the side. Masked Rider Gills again. Him in some, what I believe are signature poses. Got lots of accessories showing off. Masked Rider Gills again. And, yeah, that's it. So now let's bust him open. And here he is, folks. Kamen Rider Gills out of packaging. And let me tell you, I'm enjoying this guy. He is super cool. I mean, he looks great. Yeah, he moves great. Comes with really cool accessories. And I am super excited for him. And, like, wow. Okay, well, first off, I guess I want to do detail, paint, and then articulation. But as you can see, he looks really great, especially the head here. You got that nice shiny black. Got his mouthpiece. His neck's all detailed. I love his compound eyes. I love riders with the big eyes. Those are always my favorite designs. And he's got the clear crystal-like thing there on his big horns. You can't really tell on camera, but he's got lots of paint shading on him. Lots of paint shading. That looks real good. He's got his little gold spikes there. We'll get to those in a second. Got his little abs up there. His belt. His hands have great detail all over them. They really do. Great, just fantastic detail and stuff on the legs. Got the spikes on the back of his feet. Gold there. You can see he's got a nice shiny green in his back. Lots of great sculpting. Like, wow. And look at all the paint in that belt. That's good stuff. This is love. This is what love feels like. But, I mean, this is a beautiful, just beautiful figure. I mean, he looks fantastic. I tried to speed through that quick because I know my import reviews can be longer than my other ones. But yeah, articulation. His head looks up really far, and this is without articulating his neck. Looks up really far and down. You need neck articulation more for down, but he's got this head that moves around a lot, and the neck can move a bit too. And then you got up and down on the arms. You can kind of work with the shoulder pad so it doesn't hinder, as you can see. So that's pretty awesome. You can move that all around as well. And you got a bicep swivel, elbow bend. You've got lots of wrist movement. A ton of movement on this guy. You got ab movement, waist movement, belts detached, in and out on the leg. You get all kinds of movement with this guy. Bring him up. Now you can do that pose you saw on the back. But the pose you saw on the back, though, what you got to do is you got to pull the leg down. I tried this earlier today, and bring it all the way up. But that's not enough. You have to angle the crotch in, because you could see the bottom of the crotch in the picture, which means he wasn't standing completely straight up. You got to angle the crotch in, and also bend all the way in. So that's much better, and you can get his hands around it like in the picture. So yeah, that is a possible pose. I saw where lots of people were saying it wasn't possible, but it is possible. You just gotta work with it, and you gotta pay attention to the posture of the figure on the box. But yeah, rotation, you can see it's all detailed in the joints. Really nice. Double knee bend, which I love. And you got a ball on the feet and toe articulation. So yeah, pretty cool. I'm really loving this guy. So now, let's get into those accessories. First up, we have these smaller horns. As you can see, they look like the regular horns, just they aren't all the way out. Still has the crystal and they just pop on and off of the forehead. No big deal, they stay on great, but they come on and off easy when you actually pull it. But yeah, you can't shake it off. It stays on really well. Now here's Gills with his big gold claws. As you can see, his smaller gold claws, you just kind of pull out of the arm, which is a lot easier if you have fingernails, which I don't. But so that took, a minute or two, but I got them out. And you just plug these in, and they are super cool. So slice, 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 slice. Really awesome. I also popped his more relaxed hands on so that you guys could get a view of those. And here's an example of the spike you can put on the back of his foot, which was a lot easier to get, on there than the last one, because the little one just came right off. Well, not right off, but a lot quicker. But that looks pretty cool, do his rider kick. I guess he has a rider kick. Every rider has a kick, but that'll hurt you right there. Big stinger. Now, this is probably the main accessory that attracted to me to this figure. It's this long whip-like stinger that comes out of his hands. And it comes out of the same place as his big gold blades. And you have one for each arm, so you can have two out whipping at, your opponent or whatever. But it's really cool, and it is long. It has the end segment, the middle segment, and the end segment. End segment plugs into the hand, and the middle segment just, between the two, obviously, and the end segment has the stinger. But the middle segment you don't need. You can just have the two end segments and have a shorter one if you want, but the long one's pretty cool. And it does droop down, but if you give Agito one of the holding hands, it can plug into the base of his hand there, where you plugged in everything else, and he can hold it as well, so it stays out straight like that. So it's a good thing that was thought through there. But it looks really cool. You got the stinger on the end, and just the brown. Not really any paint apps, but it looks super tight. That's the big selling point on this figure, is this awesome accessory for me, and the open mouth interchangeable head. Plus, of course, the spectacular detail and articulation that we always get from SH Figuarts. And here's also a closer look at that holding hand and the base right there. But yeah, he does have two holding hands as well, so he has two of every hand. Now it's size comparison time. Here's Gills with some other Figuarts riders. Here he is with Kamen Rider Decade Violent Emotion, who seems a little small next to Gills. I don't know what's up with that. His feet might be a little forward, actually. But he's still small. I don't know what's up with that. And it appears to be Decade's fault. Yeah, Decade might be a little short, but Agito's, this feral bionic rider. Plus, they're super articulated. So, you can pose them however you want, like all these which ways, and they look much better together. I've already done it, so yeah, trust me on that. And then here he is with Kamen Rider Kuga Ultimate Darkness, who was a bigger rider. He got bigger in this form. So, him being taller than Gills here isn't a problem at all. Now here he is with some Super Sentai Power Rangers Figuarts. They're other Toku heroes. And, he looks good with them. I mean, like here he is with Shinken Red, or Red Ranger from Power Rangers Samurai. I got him under the title Shinken Red. But, yeah, I mean, Agito might be a speck taller. I mean, it's no big deal. They look great together, great together. And then here he is with the SH Figuarts Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Pink Ranger. Yes, she is the American release, so that's her title. And, she's a little shorter than him, but she's a girl, and girls are inferior to men, so yeah. Don't hold me to that. Don't unsubscribe. No, stop, please. Oh, they unsubscribed. Oh, all my female fans just unsubscribed. I'm just kidding, ladies. But yeah, they look finally good. So he scales up great with your other Figuarts, which is awesome. Now here he's with some older Power Ranger figures. Here's with the Crimson Zeltrax, with the same sculpt as regular Zeltrax, but crimson. Well, crimson-ish. Not very crimson. Kind of crimson. He's crimson-ish. That's what I said. Yeah. Anyways, I think they scale up fine together. Zeltrax might be a smidgen shorter, but once again, super articulated, and you can do wonders scale-wise display with super articulated figures. And then here he is with the Mystic Force Red Ranger, who is a little shorter still, but once again, super articulate, you can work wonders with that. So he'll scale up well with these like older American Power Ranger figures, not the newer stuff, but the Figuarts he will scale up well with for both Kamen Riders and Super Sentai Power Rangers. So all in all, what do I think of the SH Figuarts Kamen Rider Gills figure from Kamen Rider Agito? Well, it's super tight. I mean, he comes with a ton of accessories. He comes with his long arm blades, his long foot blades. He comes with several different interchangeable hands, 2 open hands, 2 kind of relaxed hands, 2 holding hands, plus his 2 fist hands that are kind of his default. He comes with his long whips, an interchangeable head crests. I mean, this is awesome. It's an awesome figure. Good articulation, detail, paint, it's all there. You got everything you want. It's a beautiful figure, and it has me super hyped for Kamen Rider Agito. I'm so ready to get into this show, and Triple O after that, but I dread Kamen Rider O's figures. I dread him because he has so many forms, and I'm gonna want all of them, man. It's not fair. But, yeah, I mean, this is a really cool figure. So, all things considered, I'm gonna give him 5 out of 5 stars. I mean, I know he's not one of the best Figuarts articulation-wise and stuff, but I also believe he's one of the older Figuarts, so that's kind of justified. But, yeah, 5 out of 5 stars, so remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. You can also check out all the links in the description below, links to our Facebook page, Twitter, we'll follow you back on Twitter, links to our other YouTube pages, links to B3 Productions, where you have lots of other toy stuff and comic stuff and etc. Links to Super Friends Benefits, where you have lots of gaming stuff that includes cards, tabletop, and video games, and some other stuff there as well. And the Slender Happening, which is kind of our horror, drama, suspense channel. So that's pretty cool, right? Little different. So you can head on over there. And yeah, Figpla Podcast also. Can't forget that. Can't forget the Figpla Podcast with Corticon and myself, so check out Corticon's YouTube channel as well, and you know, other places with him. But yeah, that's it. As I said, 5 out of 5, and I'll see you all later.